Hi everyone, welcome to the Robert Show. We are here at Data Plus AI Summit and look who I have with me. Not a new face to the Robert Show. Raj, welcome to the Robert Show. Such a pleasure to have you back, and I'm super excited because I've been seeing all the amazing work Professy is doing here at Data Plus AI Summit, and the great partnership that you have with Databricks is no new to the data and AI community. Super excited to have you on the show. What's happening? Tell us more about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah.
This is a really cool conference. It's buzzing. Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
Oh my god! Who is this? Oh, that's our mascot.
Mascot?
Oh my
Wow,
god!
that's
Yes,
very cool.
that is really cool. We got some fun going on here. It's a fun conference.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
amazing stuff going on. Lots of new technology. The world is changing so fast.
Right.
We are so excited.
Exactly, and I've been obviously been seeing and watching all the great talks that have been happening, but also how enterprise leaders are kind of obviously learning more and more about Professy and what you all are doing,
Yes.
and how they've been also using Professy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been hearing from the enterprise leaders, and
Yes.
what the customers also are talking?
Definitely. I think there is a lot of focus on AI, of course, as you'd expect.
Right.
It's the biggest change. Unlike the cloud, everybody's bought in straight from the beginning.
Yeah.
But then a lot of the conversation is about data.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have AI till you have data in.
Right.
So you've also been seeing it in the market, right? Salesforce bought Informatica.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, Salesforce will say, I have Agent Force, I'm going to build agents on your data. And then it's like, where's the data? Right? So you got to get data in. For that, they're getting Informatica.
Yeah.
So I think there is a lot of excitement about AI, but there's also a lot of realization that they need the data in place before that, and a lot of focus on getting the data together.
I love it. That is so true. When you kind of look at AI, data foundation kind of plays a very important role, and we've been
Of
kind of
course.
getting in that validation not only from Informatica being acquired by Salesforce, but other players in the space as well that have been kind of focused
Yes.
so much on data and data quality as well. One more quick question, because we are, I think this is the third year you all are doing
Oh, yes.
Data Plus AI Summit. How
Yes.
does it feel? It has grown massively. At the keynote, I was looking at pictures
Wow,
from years
yeah.
back. But what has your experience been in the last 3 years?
No, I think there's 2, 3 things that have changed, right?
Yeah.
3 years back, perhaps I think it was 3 years back when Snowflake had a lot of momentum behind it, kept the conference on the same day as Databricks, and so we were the first Databricks sponsors to sign up, and that was a much smaller show. And then Databricks, every show has been having one big piece of news. They acquired Mosaic, they acquired Neon this time. So I think Databricks has been growing. Whereas the interest has moved to AI, this conference has gotten a lot bigger. When we first
Right.
came, it used to be mostly data engineers, technical people, a
Yep.
few data scientists, but now you are seeing a lot of senior executives come in, right? We had, and then also you can see it in the keynote, right? We had Jamie Dimon here. So a lot of stuff is changing.
Exactly. And going back to the keynote, I know Ali kind of emphasized on democratization and governance in the keynote. How does that align with what Professy's approach is? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I think especially as AI comes in, you cannot have your data be restricted
Yep.
to a few data engineers. So there is a big push to democratize data, get it in the hands of the end users, the business people,
Right.
because that's how they're going to get the most value out of data and AI. But then you have to do it in a governed way, right? Earlier there used to be this shadow IT products like Alteryx,
Right.
desktop products, and you set up all your governance, and then somebody just pulls the data to their desktop, and there goes their governance, right? So I think there is a lot of push that we want data in the hands of people,
Yep.
but they also want it in a well-governed way, in a responsible way with guardrails.
Yep.
So we are seeing a push on both of those sides.
Yeah, I know. Talking on this topic itself, when I remember you've been a big advocate for self-service with guardrails. How do you balance flexibility and control in that space?
Yeah, so what we do is, right, we are providing access to data analysts, line of business teams, all the thousands of analysts and bad banks. They can get access to the data that's sitting on Databricks,
Right.
respecting the governance, all the security rules, everything like that. Also, you can have other controls to make sure your cost doesn't shoot through the roof. That can be the concern. So we are making sure that responsibly in that governed way, They can
Very
but
important.
giving an interface that data analysts are comfortable with. Low code, documents, visual drag and drop, right? Different formats that different people in line of business are comfortable with,
Yep.
but on top of Databricks.
I think that is definitely very important, and I think the partnership has also kind of helps a lot when it's Prophecy and Databricks. It kind of goes hand in hand, and it kind of helps a lot of larger data and AI community out there.
Yeah,
So-
it definitely helps, and we've got tons of joint customers
Joint
together,
customers,
right?
I know.
Like JP Morgan is big for us, Amgen is there, so we have tons of
Yep.
very large customers, some of them large investors in our company as
Yeah,
well. So.
I'm gonna stick on this topic of JP Morgan.
Yes.
We've seen JP. Obviously, the CEO was on the stage as well.
Yes.
And I'm kind of curious to know what's the story with Databricks and Prophecy around that.
I mean, so first thing is JP Morgan is like looking ahead at technology. They're very on top of technology. Unlike you would expect like enterprises to be laggards in this, not so much. Like JP Morgan's here, their executives fly to San Francisco all the time. They're very up to date with the technology landscape. We continue to meet them very often.
Yeah.
And then what they're doing with Databricks is they have Databricks, as the data platform, and when we're working there now, they're trying to enable a lot more users. But then the same thing, right? They have some of the older desktop products, etc.
Right.
They have some older ETL products, and what they're trying to do is to get all of that onto Databricks, consolidated, well governed, so that they can get the maximum value for analytics.
Yep.
And so they use Databricks and Prophecy together, right? Getting all the power of Databricks, but enabling all the users with Prophecy.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic in working with such larger enterprises. I know you all
Yeah.
have like big enterprises that you all work with.
Yes.
It just kind of validates a lot of things for the other enterprises, and then obviously the regulated industries like obviously JP Morgan, it just becomes
Yes.
much and much more validation for those who are working in different industries as well. So
Yes,
well done on
once
that.
you get into
Yeah.
an enterprise like, into banking, into healthcare,
So
then
true.
it's like nobody else has more
A doubt.
stringent requirements,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they have scale, they have the regulatory requirements,
So true.
the security requirements, and that means that we've been tested
Yeah.
at the highest quality.
I love it. One more quick question around you and Magic, the co-founder. You all presented, on building pipelines in 7 minutes. How does that work out?
So basically what we wanted to show in this presentation is where AI is going to take this field, right? Because if you are looking at the software engineers,
Yep.
they have products like Cursor, where AI is going to write 30% of their code.
Right.
And you have Satya and and Sundar from Google
Right.
coming in and saying that 30% of our code is being written by AI, right? But then data pipelines aren't that different. It is code specialized for data. Yes, it's a little bit more building, but where we've gone this year is where the users talk to agents, and the agents generate most of the pipeline. They write most of the pipeline, and maybe they'll get you 80% there, and then you can use the visual interface,
Right, right.
to take that 80% to 100%. So I think a lot of that was about showing how you can go much faster. Where if agents are going to do half the work, you're going to move much faster. We showed that with speed. We also showed that you can have documents which represent pipelines, and you have documents that from the document you can generate pipeline, from a
Yep.
pipeline you can generate a regulatory report. So there is a lot of different formats, Excel, docs, etc., that data analysts work with.
Yep.
And with AI, Prophecy can make make that all of that simpler and automate away a lot of the work.
Love it. Those are fantastic insights, Raj. One more quick question around the future.
Yes.
How do you see in next 3 to 6 months? Nowadays, I don't even like to ask 6 months because things move so quickly.
Yes.
First it was RAG, LLMs, MCP now. But how do you see the space evolving in the next 3 to 6 months? What's Prophecy's approach? Would you like to share a little bit about that?
Yeah. I'm very glad you did not ask me about a 5 or a 2 year prediction.
Exactly.
Because I have no
No
clue.
way. No way.
Right. But the space is moving very fast. I think just like just like AI started helping the programmers, I think first with data pipelines, having AI help is going to become like table stakes in the next 3 to 6 years, nobody's going to look at a product that is not AI first.
Right.
So you need AI native products helping people be more productive, and then there's a lot of jobs to be done. Those are going to get automated away. So
Yep.
I think a lot of enterprises will be experimenting and saying, what are all the tedious, repetitive tasks that we don't want to do anymore, and so they're going to take all those tasks and say, can AI automate this? So there's a massive amount of automation that's coming to the business,
Yep.
and there's a lot of automation and agents coming to help, the data pipelines.
Very important
And
point.
they're
Yeah.
also going to get people who prefer to write documents into the workflow. So it's like documents, visual pipelines, code, they're all going to become the same thing.
That's
So
fantastic.
I think AI is going to merge everything together.
That's great, and those are fantastic insights, Raj.
Yes.
One last question, and
Yes,
that is
sir.
about DIS, right? What are you most excited about Data Plus AI Summit 2025? Anything that you would like to share?
Oh, it has been a great conference. I think it's great to see it buzzing with people.
Yep.
So many different people from interesting backgrounds.
Yep.
We get people who are like, hey, we build pesticides, we do this, right? It's like you're getting all different kinds of people who are coming in. They have interesting problems to solve. They're coming in with excitement and saying, okay, this time the technology can really deliver, results that wow me, right? And they're looking for big changes. So I think this is like a very tech-forward conference now, in the
Yep.
sense that you're at the cutting edge of technology, all the excitement, all the smartest people here. So we are loving it here.
Fantastic, Raj. Great work with Databricks that you all have in the partnership. I've
Yes.
been obviously following the journey for more than 4 years now. I've
Yes,
been
yes.
seeing you all very closely. The growth that you all have had. Congratulations, and just upwards from here. And we've been, we'll try and make sure we follow you all for the next 10 years more, and even after that.
Yes, I hope everything you can say comes true.
Yes. Thank you very much,
We'd love
Raj.
to keep working with you.
For
and,
sure.
And hopefully for many years.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much, Raj. Such a pleasure. Thanks again for taking the time out, and we'll keep the conversation going. But all the best.
Thank you so much. Love
Thank
it,
you.
Wes. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.